Welcome to that Jazz Reactions. We're going to be listening to Doce Quetzal Fusil, Contra Fusil, Volume 1, and it has 7 tracks on it. And we're going to start with the first one is FCF19 featuring Sandy Love. Okay, I like the little drum beats. Okay. Mm, mm,
Fusil contra fusil, la madrugada serpiente emplumada. Fusil contra fusil, él es la estrella de la
I love you like I can stand
mañana.
you, Jim.
Fusil contra fusil, es doce Quetzal y dice ya basta. Fusil contra fusil, estamos listos para la guerra. Fusil contra fusil,
This sounds like it could be like the opening
armados
for
con el poder y la fuerza.
like it's somewhere tropical and this is like the opening of the movie. Like I can just see it, like the drum beats, her voice.
Madre tierra.
At the risk of seeming ridiculous, let me say that the true revolutionary is guided by a great feeling of love. It is impossible to think of a genuine revolutionary lacking this quality. El Che, Fusil Contra Fusil, Volume 1. Let's go.
Okay. All right. The next track's name will be The Knife. Okay.
You feel, however, that we're making progress in this country?
No. I will never say that progress is being made. If you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that the blow made. And they haven't even begun to pull the knife out, much less try and heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.
This is how we organize. This is how
It's
we
like
come
some lights
together.
going on in the background.
And this
going
is
to
why
war.
we fight. This is why we're standing up. This is why we have to march. March, 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 march. Until it's time to charge at 'em head on with all our might. Armor to the cannon is now in sight. Fuck reform, we're devising a plan for the rights that we have. We're not fighting for scraps, it's time to advance. So we rise and attack, and we do it all with a knife in our back. They're fearing for their lives, so they're gripping on the handle and they wanna let it go, cause the system is in shambles. This is what happens when we're backed against a wall. If it all crumbles, we're glad to see it fall. When it's all over, then no swiping of the palms, cause as a hand you stab us with, we have to cut it off. The clock is ticking, not a second to waste. If you're not participating, then just get out the way. The clock strikes 12, you can mention my name as one of the many who stepped to the plate. Said that it's time to cut the head off the snake. That's the top 1%, but the feds are the fangs. The plays are getting tricky, hazy and they're misty. Most walk away cause they say it is too gritty. It's crazy and it's risky, I say it very simply. If I die today, I'ma take the system with me. The system's not broken, this is how it's designed. And we're ripping it open, now it will die. Finally demolish the tower of lies. And if I'm being honest, it's about fucking time. The journey isn't linear, it twists and it turns. But staying on the path, that's our biggest concern. The roots of oppression will be stripped from the earth, and that's for every victim they hurt. Time to apply some wisdom I learned. Not all can be saved, some shit's gotta burn. Let's take the knife out, let's heal the wounds. Let's take the knife out, let's heal the wounds. Let's take the knife out, let's heal the wounds. Let's take the knife out, let's heal the wounds. Let's take the knife out, let's heal the wounds. Let's take the knife out, let's heal the wounds. Let's take the knife out, let's heal the wounds. This is how we organize. This is how we come together. And this is why we fight. This is why we're standing up. This is why we have to march. March, 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 until it's time to start the revolution. We are Reagan and with ease. Charging restitution and we'll take it to the streets. Crash your institutions made of hatred and greed. We're actively moving away from the stream, but it's more like a nightmare keeping us up. We know you don't fight fair, but we've had enough. Enough is enough. We're running amok, cause we're no longer stuck in a rut. We truck through the mud that's covered in blood, and we eat the rich cause we're hungry as fuck. The place is overrun with their Jeeps and their Hummers. Tanks rolling up with the heat and the thunder. They got the guns, but we got the numbers. The day has come where the people will muster the strength to revolt in rain, sleet, or snow. We're making it known we can't take anymore. You see what like a freedom brings? We're bringing back the guillotine and reactivating the decapitations of the bourgeoisie and the top armies. You can bet that the monarchies will lose their head. It is not charming. Now who is next in the chop party? This is not a threat, that's a fucking promise. That you'll all be dead if we have to come and stop. We'll stick you in the morgue with your hegemonic acid for continuing your wars and your economic crisis. There's no profits to be made if we're not willing to pay. All the bodies that you're slaying are not gonna be in vain. Apocalyptic visions that the prophecies predicted. You've got to be diminished, this is not gonna be the end. But sharpening the knife, we embarked in this fight. And we won't stop till the dark turns to light. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. We took out the knife, we're closing the wound. There is a war coming.
It is.
You sure you're on the right side?
Okay. The next song is called Stop Mr. Racist Cop. I love that he does like controversial music because truly it needs to be somebody saying something about all this stuff that's going on. Like people think it's sweet out here, but people are dying. Stuff is happening that shouldn't still be happening in the year that we're in. Like, it's crazy
Stop,
that it's
Mr.
still
Racist Cop,
happening,
the
but
people
it
out there
does.
filming you. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop,
And it's like,
can't reveal the
what do you
truth.
do about it? Like,
Mr.
how do you
Racist Cop,
fix
pull us over
something?
what we do. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop,
Everybody has to
stop
agree
what
for
we
something to
do.
be
Stop,
fixed,
Mr.
but
Racist Cop, the
I
way
don't
we
see
go,
it
we
being
will not
an
move.
agreement
Stop,
at the
Mr.
same
Racist
time.
Cop, our hands are up, so do not shoot. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, stop, Mr. Racist Cop, our hands are up, so do not shoot. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop. How many black and brown people did you kill today? How many warnings to Caucasians did you give away? How many black and brown people did you put away? How many times for Caucasians did you look away? Y'all see what I'm getting at? That is how they train them. If they treat us all like criminals, then we're bound to hate them. It's not rocket science why the cops are seen as tyrants. They're like Nazis by design, so we gotta be defiant. Upholding white supremacy, that's what they protect and serve. Let's go defy these enemies. Crash the place and let it burn. Blue lives do not matter because blue lives don't exist. It's a suit that they put on when they sign up for the shit. I know many of them act like they were drafted in the war, like it goes against their will, but they had no choice at all. But they volunteer for this cause they wanna do the shooting and pretend that they are cowboys, hollering and hooting. If they're black and brown and unarmed, they will fire shots in them. If they're white and heavily armed, they will try to talk with them. They investigate themselves and they never find a flaw, cause the cops are gangbangers and protected by the law. They will pull a drive-by if they ever got the call. If the people rise up, they will get behind the wall of the fucking riot shields and the racist ass supporters. The chief will tell them fire and they'll take that nasty order, bro. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, the people out there filming you. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, your body can reveal the truth. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, you pulled us over, what we do. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, you can stop or walk the hood. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, the where we go, we will not move. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, our hands are up, so do not shoot. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, stop, Mr. Racist Cop, our hands are up, so do not shoot. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop. What problems do they solve? What issues do they fix? Not a thing at all. Unless it's for the rich, then notorious for hits. And we'll kill you in a second when you see the flashing lights. Do you really feel protected? They shoot us and arrest us just to keep us all in line. There are clips of their brutality, we see it all the time, but nothing ever happens. They are never held accountable. They just get a paid vacation as if they're infallible. no two ways about it, I won't try to act ambivalent. I'll never say defund them because I'm an abolitionist. They think they're big and bad with a pistol in their hand. I will rip their fucking badge off and split the shit in half. It's recited by the system that they're trying to build a prison. There's no time to do revisions, gotta write a new edition. Fight them to submission with the type of disposition that will wipe them from existence. That is violent volition. It is no coincidence that Nazis back the blue when every fucking skinhead is allowed to act a fool. They are started by the cops, all their actions are approved. So I'm trying to tell you why they all have to be removed. Police just exist so that we don't rob the rich. It seems so obvious, so why don't we just mob on them? They're a lot more than toxic if they watch us like a hostage. So the phrase good cop is just oxymoronic. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, the people out there filming you. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, your body can reveal the truth. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, you pulled us over, what we do? Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, you can stop or walk the hood. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, don't grab your gun, we will not move. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, our hands are up, so do not shoot. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, stop, Mr. Racist Cop, our hands are up, so do not shoot. Stop, Mr. Racist Cop, no justice, no peace. Fuck these racists, that's police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racists, that's police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racists, that's police. No justice, no peace. Fuck these racists, that's police.
Okay, and the next song is called "The Revolution Is Still Coming," which it is. A time will come when it's better than what it is. I don't know if I'll be here to see it, or a lot of people my age will be here to see it. But I hope it comes at some point.
The revolution is still coming, y'all. It's not waiting for any election, presidential or primary. The revolution is still coming to save two spirits and non-binaries. The revolution is still coming, y'all. So report to your local library. That's how we get the land back. It can't be stopped by law enforcement, military, or government. It can't be enforced, only seized by the day. The revolution is still coming. The revolution is still coming, y'all. Super Bowl be damned. The revolution is still coming. Not broadcasted by sports announcers, politicians, or celebrities. For the revolution can't be seen by the naked eye. Like the O2 we inhale and CO2 we exhale. It can't be double tapped, stored on cloud, or saved to your phone. But the revolution is still coming, y'all. It's got nowhere else to go.
It used to be like
The revolution is still coming, y'all. Thanks to Gil Scott Heron. This is not a remake, reboot, but a continuation. Passing the torch, keeping the flame lit and the word alive. That's why it's done in the same style. What went around in the 70s came back around. Fighting the same fight, keeping the same plight, writing the same race. With or without stage fright, the revolution is still coming. The revolution is still coming, y'all. It's not about ideals, but survival. They left us no choice. The revolution is still coming. It's beyond any red or blue movement, beyond all politics, beyond economics, beyond all monopolies. Beyond is where we want to be. Not left versus right, it's right versus wrong. The revolution is revealed like the light right at dawn. The revolution is still coming. The revolution is still coming, y'all. It doesn't cater to egos or illusions. Nothing can stop it from coming and knocking. The revolution is still coming, y'all. So we say Black Lives Matter. All cops are bastards. No more stolen sisters. Every child matters. Close the camps, abolish ICE. Free Palestine. LGBT plus and feminist rights. Every morning to the night, the revolution is still coming. The revolution is still coming, y'all, and it waits for nobody. Not a single person or a group of people. The revolution is still coming, y'all. It doesn't matter what concert you're attending, what movie you're watching, what show you're binging, what store that you're shopping. Wherever you may be at, if you are not ready for what's coming, it'll be too late to react. That's why Doce's here to tell you that the revolution is still coming. The revolution is still coming, y'all, whether you want it to or not, whether you participate or watch. The revolution is still coming, y'all, like a forest fire, cleaning the system out. We're gonna burn it to the fucking ground. The revolution is still coming, y'all. It's still coming, y'all. It's still coming, y'all. It's still coming, y'all. The revolution is still coming, y'all. So the empire will fall.
Okay, and the next song is called "Any Real Freedoms." Do we have any of those? Any real freedoms? Like real freedoms? Not really. Everything is kind of a gimmick, though. Everything has some kind of BS behind
There are no exceptions, everybody owes a death. So trying to dodge raindrops will only get you wet. There are things we can't escape. Ever heard of Oedipus, the oracle that sealed his fate? And we know the rest of it. We have to find the balance in between the happy medium. Look between the drops, cause man, oh man, it's hard to see through them. Our mind is like a riverbed where thoughts are always flowing, and our job is to just let them go, not for us to hold them. We have no freedom from the noise, but freedom from control. If we open up our third eye and peek into our soul, when times are getting tougher and the path ain't getting clearer, there's a question that I ask myself when staring in a mirror, and it's, have you ever considered any real freedoms? Freedom from your angels, freedom from your demons. Have you ever considered where your freedom dwells? Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Have you ever considered any real freedoms? Have you ever considered any real freedoms? If we're always fighting, we don't have much time to rest, cause the yin and the yang are always clashing in our heads. We have to find a way for both of them to coexist, so we cannot just walk through the doors, we have to open them. We're no good to the revolution without inner peace, or without a sense of love, cause we'll surely face defeat. How can we be at our best if we are not together in our minds? That is why we have to find the center, cause the revolution will not be on television sets, on our phones or our tablets. It's a message in our head. The evolution of the mind is what we must achieve. No more politics or money if we're trying to be free. To reach that state of consciousness, we'll go right to the source. Yes, humanity will do it, and I know it to my core. I know it's not as simple as just opening a door. So a question we must ask ourselves before we go to war is, have you ever considered any real freedoms? Freedom from your angels, freedom from your demons. Have you ever considered where your freedom dwells? Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Have you ever considered any real freedoms? Have you ever considered any real freedoms? Have you ever considered any real freedoms? Freedom from your angels, freedom from your demons. Have you ever considered where your freedom dwells? Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Not opinions of others or opinions of yourself. Have you ever considered any real freedoms? Have you ever considered any real freedoms?
Okay, oh, that was one of my favorite ones. The next one is called A Good Ancestor. And he did a video for this, and I really, really liked it. That's what drawed me to this whole situation, because he was talking about something, like something that was really going on, and I really can't. I can appreciate that.
There's so much pressure.
It's just so hard to be out here trying to be the person that's trying to help change the situation, and you only
Breaking cycles.
like,
So
it's
they
hard,
live
but
better.
somebody has to do it. Somebody has to
Constant growth should definitely
somebody
come.
continue to do
Everything
it.
that doesn't
Like,
serve us, we're getting rid of
have
them.
to
Breaking
do it.
all the cycles that aren't benefiting us. Cause I'm trying to make the world much better than it was when I came into it in 1988. Little did I know that I would be in pain for most of my life, cause there's always a fight going on in my head, taking over my mind. DNA as memory and lasts through generations. We are facing everything, we have to separate them. It's crucial to acknowledge what's useful and what's toxic. The truth is what we want, cause the future gens are watching. Since I know they're watching, I will stick to the assignment. When I am an elder, I'll give the youth my guidance. They'll pass it on to theirs. All the wisdom they're reciting, we'll go gen after gen and get our vision to a science. I hope my memory is good enough to last, so that later generations look into the past and see what kind of men their ancestor learned to be, and what they do in life will echo in eternity. Trying to be a good ancestor. It's so hard. There's so much pressure. A good ancestor. Breaking cycles. So they'll live better. Time to plant
the seed in the soil, it will lay till it grows into a tree. But I won't enjoy the shade, I won't get to see it blossom. There's no picking of the fruit, cause the tree is not for me, it's a gift from me to you. And who I mean is for the generations that will come. If you need something to eat or a haven from the sun, when we place the seeds in dirt, the roots are growing deeply, cause we're meant to make it easier. You can move more freely when the older gens are hateful and nasty toward the youth. All they're really saying is they're mad they can't be you. Misery loves company, your pain will get them laughing, cause they wasted their whole life away. They hate to see you happy, but they are not important because they are not contributing to the revolution, because they do not have empathy. In fact, as we speak, they are bad-mouthing us. When it's time to take the land back, we can't count on them. Not every ancestor thinks about the kids, because they are self-destructive, sinking their own shit. But when the chips are down, there's no leaving them behind, cause it's obvious they're scared, you can see it in their eyes. But time is running out, so we best relay the message that colonialism is a devastating weapon. Back in 1492 it was inserted in our genes. That's why the colonizers are the worst of enemies, cause of Christopher Columbus and the wretched genocide. Every moment of our pain is embedded down the line. That is why we're full of fear, full of anger, full of hatred. That is why too many natives do not hang on to what's sacred. Every time I think about it, I wanna get enraged and to take up heavy arms, set a fire to this place. But that's the sort of thing that the colonizers do for the sake of future generations. I'ma keep it cool because
And it's sad, but it's like so
trying to
the
be
younger generation learn a lot of this
a
stuff.
good
So
ancestor.
you know, it's just ended with them.
It's so hard, there's so much pressure. I'm trying to be a good ancestor, breaking cycles so they'll live better.
So much kids
I'm trying to
break
be
cycles,
a
trying to you know
good
better. And that's
ancestor.
good.
It's so
Everybody thought
hard,
like this, maybe the world would be
there's so much pressure.
hard to keep people to think
I'm
like
trying to be a good ancestor, breaking cycles so they'll live better.
Okay, and the very last one is called FCF 94 by Sandy Love, featuring Sandy Love. She was on the first one too, so I know it's gonna be like some good vocals. Like I can tell her vocals are really good. Oh, this like if they had an opening similar to this, and now they have a closing. You know, okay. I love this. I love the beats, the drum beats. I love it. Like I said, it makes me feel like I'm going to somewhere, you know, tropical and sunny.
Fusil contra fusil, fuego y viento, tierra y agua. Fusil contra fusil, los elementos
I love it. It's like listening to someone speak, and you know, the beginning they open up with the beat, and then they close it out with it. I really like that. Yeah, perfectly.
Estamos listos para abrir las puertas. Fusil contra fusil, la madrugada, serpiente emplumada. Fusil contra fusil, esto se Quetzal y dice ya basta.
The prophecy is here. When the storm calms, when rain and fire again leave the country in peace, the world will no longer be the world, but something better.
Okay.
Subcomandante
I
Marcos,
hope he's right.
Fusil contra Fusil. To be continued.
Okay. Overall, I give the whole thing a 10. Like I said, he needs to be a speaker. He needs to be on a podium telling these people this, like spreading the word, baby, because this is nothing. Like a whole thing was nothing but the truth. Like it's hard out here, like, and with less and less role models and people trying to, lead the younger generation, it's just getting worse and worse and worse, and it's just, just bad all around, and we just have it hard as an overall. Like my favorite song really and truly had to be Any Real Freedoms. Like I really love that, and I ask myself that all the time, like, do we actually have any real freedoms in this life, because everything is kind of like a gimmick. But other than that, overall, like I loved it so much. It was so moving. It was very, very good. The beats were good. He was speaking in some of them, and I was just like, it's hitting home for me because, I'm black, and black, brown. We have those hard times, and I understand. Like I respect it, and I definitely understand it. So I definitely give the overall project a 10 out of 10 for sure.